Smells like an ocean breeze, right? You been dipping your hair in ocean breeze again?
Yep. Been dipping it in the sea.
Who are we kidding? Smells like Axe. Okay. Okay.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay, so I lost my train of thought when we were talking about the Netflix because I screwed something up. What? What did I say?
I said, thanks. Let us know in the comments about anything that we missed. And you said, and liking this episode. It's fine.
I thought you said the word thanks.
That's cool. I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. I mean, if I started having a problem with every time that kind of thing happened, we'd be out of business, buddy.
No,
Okay.
I can own it. I
All right.
thought I said something that like really was wrong. Saying something that doesn't make sense is fine. You can read between the lines. Okay, he wants me to like this episode.
Yeah.
Saying something wrong, oh, stop the presses. We never say anything wrong.
That's 100% true. Okay, I have a theory that I would like to throw out there. I'd like to get the room's opinion, and that is, you are much more organized than me in general, right? Personality type, you organize, you like to do things, you have a pattern for things, you have a routine for things, etc.
Like for keys.
I don't have any of that stuff. I never lose my keys though. So my theory is that
I have a home for my keys.
The tighter the routine, the more susceptible to exploitation the routine is. The more susceptible that the routine will just completely fall apart. So
In other words,
you need to lose a routine.
what you're saying is when I get home, I hang my keys on the same place every day. But if they're not there, the one day out of 100, like I'm not going to find them at all. It's like bad news.
And I just throw my keys where I take my pants off.
Which is all over the place?
Which is any room, sometimes outside. I'm taking my pants off outside. It's California. So, I mean, just the pants, not everything. So, and I'll take them off.
And I'm the one who's on defensive here.
No.
I don't. This is not adding up.
I take my wallet and my keys, and it's like, near a surface. And you know what? Every morning I'm like, well, they're on a surface somewhere.
And you have to find them?
Yeah, I mean, it's a few different surfaces. It's like, oh, is it that table? Is it the bedside table? Is it the kitchen table? Is it the buffet and the dining room? And then I find them. But I don't lose them. How did they get in the drawer? That's the question. You put them in the drawer. You think somebody cleaned up and put them in the drawer? You were like, what's this drawer? And you were thinking about something else.
Listen, what happened was after searching for an hour and a half, 2 hours, panic. I mean, looking everywhere, asking everybody in the office. Stevie, you found them in the drawer. You remember this?
I don't remember. I do remember finding them. I don't remember the drawer.
They were in a drawer. At least that's what you told me. So I don't know if you.
Is this a prank?
If you were like, oh, I just made him look for his keys for 2 hours. Because they were in a drawer I never opened, but that's where you said you found them. I didn't want to throw you under the bus, but this is Good Mythical More. This is not the show.
Anything goes.
Anything can happen. You're the one who called me out for doing something which clearly made sense.
Oh, this is getting ugly.
No, I'm not putting you on the spot. I believe that they were in the drawer, and it probably was me. And I just totally forgot, because if I'm doing two things at once, I'm only going to remember the one of the two things that I'm doing at once. And that's probably what happened. I was like rummaging through a drawer I didn't know existed while doing something I deemed more important and giving all of my thought to that. There we go.
Well,
explanation.
Oprah.com.
Can I answer your question?
Which I visit all the time.
You did. I do have an answer to your question.
Okay. Well, I was going to give some more. I was going to give even more data about what we're talking about.
The simple answer. Your question was, how can a person who's so organized always be losing stuff? And I think the reason why I'm so organized is because I know that I always lose stuff. I know myself. And if I didn't organize things, everything would always be lost.
It would be worse.
It would be worse.
You're saying it's like a Band-Aid. You're doing the best you can. You're going to lose things sometime.
Well, it's like a prison.
I just think you should do this. I mean, I think that's the bottom line. I mean, think about it. You could eat anything. You could be ready for anything.
I'm living in my own prison.
Anytime somebody's like, does anyone have an extra spoon? You'd be like, yeah, and it's bigger than normal.
And I take it to the restroom with me.
At Oprah.com, my favorite website, she says, or the people who write on Oprah.com say, you need to find a secure zone, which is what we were talking about. It's kind of the principle of the bird, the sparrow thing. As long as you have a secure zone and you do not let yourself not put your keys there and you're really disciplined about it, that's what you do. I disagree, Oprah. I know me and you have lots of differences, and this happens all the time. Every time I go to Oprah.com, I find myself disagreeing with your advice. But I feel strongly that the routine is the enemy, and you need to put it down on the nearest surface and just be ready to find it in the morning. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about your keys. Just, in fact, try not to think about keys or wallet or anything. As long as it's inside, you're going to find it again.
There's plenty of times when I walk in the front door and I want to take my shoes and socks off. I could see wanting to take my pants off, too.
Yeah. We do that. I do that at my house all the time.
Just like opening the front door and shoes off, socks off, britches down.
I like to be relaxed.
Arms behind
I
head.
just like to be relaxed, and it's just the boys in our house and my wife, so it's me and Lock and Shepherd I kind of feel like it's just we're always walking around in our underwear. That's kind of what it's like in my house. You want to come over sometime?
No.
Okay.
Thanks for the warning.
All right. That's just how it's going to be. It's like a tribe. We're like a tribe.
I mean, I prefer pajama pants.
Yeah, you can't lead with pajama pants. Any man who's got a pajama pants on is a follower. I'm just saying. I go out there in whitey tighties, and my kids are like, he is the tribe leader.
No, he's just a dude who lost his pants.
He's definitely the chief. I should also be in my briefs.
And it's briefs.